Okay, I got one of these 8000 BTU Midea U-shape. You know, one of those that you can still close the window, the inverter. I love these. But this one I got from Amazon, certified and refurbished, or certified refurbished, meaning that it was either returned or something went on. And then Jeff took it back, started repairing it, cleaning it up, and put it back on for sale. I mean, as easy as that. But I really just wanted to see if it works or if it's worth it, because if you know anything about these U-shape inverters, they're extremely cheap to run. And I'm talking about in comparison to traditional window units or portables or any of those things. Well, even when compared to actual essential units, when it comes to money, this was cheaper than normal. It was like 200 something bucks. And if you know how these go, that is what we call cheap. Yes, that is cheap. And this one, before any electrical stuff, of course, we have the notices, we have the instructions manual, which I never need to read because I installed so many of these already, and I know how to do these better than pull my pants up sometimes. Anyway, we have a remote. Oh, the remote is fully sealed. Okay, that's actually... I fully expected the remote to be pre-open, but it's not. It's actually fully sealed. Nice. And it still has the sticker on the screen. Probably they just shoved one from another unit or whatever. And two AAAs here. Very simple. Very nice. I like that. Okay. Now, besides that, we have a lot of parts. So this top, I think, comes off by itself if you put the cable on the side. You can take the top with the tools. If it's not broken, the styrofoam, I mean, should come off like this. So you have the tools separate, and then the unit is under there, which we're gonna take that in a second too. But actually, let me take everything out of the box. Why am I holding it? Who am I holding for? So let me take everything out really quick. And yeah, looks good so far. Okay, so I took the unit out, as you see right here, just out of the box. And I discovered that actually they provided the 2 batteries for the remote as well. That is cool. Thank you, Jeff. Anyway, let me open these batteries and install them. I mean, what am I saving them for anyway? Let me take them out and plug them in. Just like that. Easy peasy, simple. Boom. Yeah, everything worked. It's set on 75. Okay, and put it aside and let's see. Okay, so we just have to make sure we have everything we need, at least the main parts. Secondary stuff I could really care less. We have some screws, which I have plenty. Yes, these 2 pins are very important for the legs outside. Okay, that's good to see them. The 2 angles, we're gonna need them later too. Very important, by the way. Very important. They look tiny, but they have a lot of work. Okay, stopper bracket right here with the tiny screws as well. Good. These are all actually packaged brand new, so I don't know how that Amazon refurbishment works, but so far, this looks almost brand new. Okay, we have the extension parts that go inside. Brand spanking new, not even a scratch. Hey, Jeff did a good job. Okay, and then we have the whole bracket itself. That's what goes inside and outside. This is where your AC would rest. One of them is pre-installed, so you extend it to where you need it. It has a pin somewhere here that you can grab and put it wherever you need to put it. I'm gonna put it back where it was because I have to check with the window. And these are the 2 legs. Let me take it out real quick just so I can show you how it actually goes in really quick. So it's one already installed, and the other leg should go back in where it was. You can either put it through here or there, it doesn't really matter. That's pretty much it. Boom, just like that. And these are ready to go. So I am missing 1 rubber here. There's a rubber that's supposed to be right here. I'm not sure if you can see this rubber here. I have extras, but I don't see it here. Did I miss something here? Did I drop it? I don't know. I'll see. But this is the only thing missing here. It's not a big deal to me because I have a lot extra rubbers of the AC kind. But we're about to dig in and see. Maybe it fell somewhere, but I didn't see it anywhere so far. So, oops. For the price I paid, I'm still happy. These are your insulation foams for the sides. I have probably 10 or 15 more of these extras on the side. So I just like to keep them around. And besides that, yep, except that tiny rubber that's for outside, not exactly a deal breaker for me for the price I paid. Absolutely, I'll take that L. There's like 200 something. Really, it's a ridiculous price because these go at around 350, 400, sometimes even 550 and 600. Even though it's only 8,000 BTUs, this version, only 8,000 BTUs. But their efficiency and ability to cool down is absolutely unmatched by any window AC I have ever seen in my life. And I'm not getting paid by Jeff or Amazon or Midea at all. Even though I have Midea freezer, Midea washer dryers, Midea air conditioners. I have so many kinds of Mideas in my house. Never got a single penny. I might get a penny if you buy through the link on the description, but that's just an affiliate link. That's not really me getting paid from them, so here goes that. And here you have more insulation. The two small strips, the big strips for the window, sticky strips, and these tiny strips here to put like shingles if you want to. Really nice. So far, except that small rubber, absolutely everything looks, I would say, brand new. I mean, I really don't see anything missing. Okay, is the rail here? Yeah, even the rails have the tape blocked how they're supposed to. Actually, this is really good. These go up, by the way, because that's where the window goes, and you put the rails here. That's actually really nice. The rail goes through here, sorry. There's the window closes on top of them. They have to be down, but first you have to lift. Sometimes you have to take this screw, sometimes you don't. You open these and they open up, and then if you need to extend, you can add more. That's easy, the manual has it. But one thing that is an absolute must for me on these devices is right here. Let's see. Oh, why is this open? I don't know. I'm gonna open it anyway. Or maybe I did it while I was pulling it from the box. But anyway, big must, these physical buttons. I do not like, I'm not gonna say I hate these, I don't like that word. I absolutely despise ACs or almost anything with touch. Touch capacitive. Absolutely a no, and hell no for me. If I don't feel the button, to me it's not a button. I just don't like it. Yes, I still have a BlackBerry if you're asking. You're welcome. But these are physical buttons. Yay, a rubber that clicks a switch inside, the tiny key that does the closure of that circuit. Not my finger casting a shadow to close the circuit. Huge fan. All my units except for one that I actually had no idea. I'll tell you a really quick story, very quickie. I bought it on Home Depot. One of these just to see the difference. Literally the package had on picture one of these with the physical buttons. As you see right here. Came home, opened it up. I'll leave probably that video somewhere. Opened it up. Guess what? It was the version with capacitive keys. It works, absolutely works, not a single problem at all. It has like a line here, metallic design line, I don't know if that means anything. That was the only difference, literally everything else was the same. Still, I would take one of these even if the price is higher. They just work and they're workhorses. Now here inside, let me see, do we have the pre-filter or the filtration system thingy? Yep. It's right here. This is your filter. It's one of these tiny things. Not really a big deal. Coils are right here. There's other coils on the other side. Let me put this filter back on. It has some rails, so you cannot mistake it. And just push it back in. Two clips. Three, actually. Three clips. 1, 2, and 3 that it goes behind them. And here's your Wi-Fi unit. It's like a USB thingy. That's where the Wi-Fi is, because yes, you connect them all to an app on the phone if you want to, if you're traveling or something. And you can connect all of them, as many as you have Midea like these. You put them all in one app and it will tell you the temperature outside and the temperature inside that room, and you can set it, reset it, you can do whatever you want. That part is good. I'm against using apps for Internet of Things, except this one when I'm not home. Yes, I use the app. Otherwise, if I'm home 100% of the time, I use this. Or I just get up and touch here. It's just, that kind of person. But let me put the cover back up. Everything looks actually really good so far. I'm happy. Everything looks nice. I'm going to plug it in really quick. And by the way, let me show you the coils on the back. just so we know everything is as expected. They look really nice. Let me take these before I happen to, put them in a place that nobody will ever find them. And here, they look absolutely perfect. That's actually, I don't know what's refurbished about this one. Literally, it was probably just bought and returned. I don't see anything wrong with it. I don't see even a single scratch. As I said, that little leg rubber, maybe I'm the one who dropped it somewhere. I don't know. Or it dropped somewhere in shipping. I'm not sure. Because that's quite a heavy package. It arrived via FedEx, freight, whatever they call that heavy stuff. But hey, okay, now one more test is to plug it in. Now these are something that I would say absolutely do not plug in if it's not properly and fully installed. But for testing purposes, since I actually don't know if it works and you don't know if it works, we're gonna learn before I put it on the window, because it hurts much worse if you actually take the time to install it, know that, only to find out that it may not work. And that hurts. So instead of hurting myself like that, I'm just gonna plug it real quick. That's what's gonna do. Pour some hot air here, cold air there, that's it. Just to make sure that it kicks in. Okay, it kicked in. I hear some noise somewhere. Okay, nice. That's what I need to hear. Let me turn it on by remote, let me see. Yeah. It kicked in right away. Look at that. 75 here, somewhere there. On the remote, it's 75. Just take my word for it. And it's blowing air. We put a piece of paper. Yep, it's blowing good air. That's it. Let me wait for it to kick in. Actually, let me drop the temperature. Usually, if you drop the temperature drastically... Oh, yeah, now it kicked in right away. I can hear the whistle here. Does like a little whistle on the motor. Yeah, it kicked in. Everything is good. Yep, I feel air here. Feel air here from the ventilation. And everything is good. Yep, the air actually started to get really, really cold. Okay, so that's all I needed to test for now. Now I'm confident enough to put it on the window so I don't go through the pain. So yeah, this is actually really good. And I'm just going to throw it in the window and we're going to test the room. For the coldness. That room, I think it's around 12 by 12, give or take. That's what it is. And this one says 8,000 British thermal units, which means maybe something, I don't know, whatever BTU means. And we'll see if it can chill the room. I mean, I could care less how many BTUs it says. I only care if it can actually cool the room and keep it cold. That is all. And while eating less pixies than normal, meaning kilowatts, which usually the ones I have that are 8,000 BTUs, similar versions to this, or actually exactly, one of them is exactly like this, with buttons. Literally, it kicks in initially maybe half hour, 40 minutes at 500 watts, and then the rest of the time literally remains between 80 watts and 120 watts. Sometimes can go 200 watts, and other times when the room is chilled, just to keep it moving, it keeps only the fan on, which is around 30 watts. Seriously, I turn all 3 or 4 that I have of them on, and I can barely notice it on the bill. As I said, I know you might be saying that I'm shilling. Seriously, I have not got paid a single dime from either Midea or Bezos or Amazon or anybody. The only dimes I make if you buy it is from that link that I told you. That's one of those links that really, it's not coming money from them anyway. And they don't even care or know that I live anyway. So yeah, here goes that. Next shot, you might be seeing this on the window. It's worthless to tell you how to install because, your windows are different. Mine are double pane. So it's not going to be the same. Chances are 0% the same. And we'll test its ability to cool. Let's go on the next shot really quick. Okay, so the AC has been installed now, and we'll see. I'm gonna turn it on, and right now I will have this in the other side of the room. It's not actually that hot inside. It's 75 inside the room and 85.5 outside. So we'll see what it does. I'll leave it probably around an hour. We'll see about that. And well, let's see if it can drop it less than 75 inside the room. And we're gonna put the mode in auto. I think that's auto. Yep. That's auto. I'm gonna turn off the eco really quick. Okay. And we're gonna drop the temperature to 65. I'm gonna leave it. So it's 10 degrees under the room temperature right now. And we'll leave it alone. I'm gonna get a timer somewhere just to have it put somewhere. And as you see, it's going even over 75 inside here. So yeah, that's gonna suck. But this will be on the other side of the room. Okay, so we have the temperature meter on this side. Fix it a little bit. Somehow it decided to tilt. Yep, right there. And everything will be measured as it's supposed to. So we'll see where that goes. And let me go grab a timer and probably put it somewhere right there just so you can see the timing as well. And the temperatures themselves. So we'll see you in an hour, I guess. I'm going to speed this up so you can see better. Now you should see it. Yep. So we'll let that run for 1 hour. And we'll be back and see what happens in 1 hour.
Deleted your number for the 5th time now. Funny how memory works better than phones. I mock myself in bathroom mirrors for still checking if you're home alone. Your Instagram's blocked, but I made a fake account just to torture myself with your glow. The definition of insanity, they say, is me refreshing, hoping you'll show. They say love makes you stupid, well I must be a goddamn genius, 'cause I keep intellectualizing all the ways you left me meaningless. I hate that I'm
Okay, so it looks like I left it way more than needed because I seriously forgot. And it's actually blowing, but very light. I can barely hear it. And yeah, it's been 86 minutes, so that's almost an hour and a half. Not a big deal, but look at the temperature. Dropped to 68, and that is, whew, that's actually too cold. And I put it just on auto, normal, nothing fancy. And this is almost way too cold. It's like creates a chill. I don't know how to explain that. More like a chill effect. And it's only an 8,000 BTU. Given, okay, the room is only, what, 12 by 12, 12 by 15, something like that. It's just a little bit over the square footage that they claim it cools. And it's still cooled it. So, in my opinion, this absolutely rocks. And I'm not just saying it, I actually mean it. Well, it's the 4th or 5th unit that I actually mount, some for myself and some for others. Never heard a single complaint yet from me or family members that I installed them on. So, well, there's something to that. And with that said, that's all I can actually tell you. Link will be down in the description for Refurbished, if they still have them. By the way, these run out when they run, so they bring them, I think, time to time. And I'll put the brand new one. And those links are affiliate links between me and Amazon per click. So if you buy, I get a few pennies through that link. Otherwise, no payment from Midea and no payment from Amazon to make this video. So just, we'll see you next time. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. Bye! And I'm gonna turn it off actually because it's way too cold.